Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh Save, where today we're at the final game of the season, and you can see we are sitting in 4th place. It is in our hands to stay in the playoffs and get that opportunity at promotion. Burnley have already won the league. It's all wrapped up there. We were very close to actually getting to 2nd and playing automatically in the Premier League next season. Unfortunately, we did have a couple of losses. Against West Ham, we lost 2-0, and QPR, we lost 2-1. Both games could have been better, but still good enough for a win. Against West Ham, it was 2 penalties. I was fuming. But with that said, we have got Sunderland today, who are sitting in 14th, so middle of the table for them, and we're right on the verge. We could get caught up, technically, by Reading and Wolves, so we could still slip out of the playoffs, but I'm feeling very confident about it today. And then next episode, if we do it, we'll do it, and we're in the playoffs. So let's take a look at how things have gone. So we've got pretty much, this is the team we're going to go for. No real need to change it. Okonkwo in goal, Ramsey at right back, Magoma and Amol at centre half, Sukalo at left back, Feyazoglu at the deep line role, Thomas Hill and Mateo, Tom Lang, Conway and Garcia up top. I've brought Garcia on. He's started to score a few goals now, which is great. Marcotta's been a bit injured, so that's why Amols and Magoma have been sitting at the centre half position. Hudlin, we might actually bring onto the bench, you know. We'll do it. We'll bring him on for Garcia, because that's the only problem. He's we've had one thing to note. We've had 3 players in the next gen 50 youth players. Those being Mateo. He was in there with his Spanish heritage. He was very much. I don't exactly know, 20th, something like that. Tom Lang was 4th. He was sitting up there in 4th, which I was very, very impressed with. He was obviously very highly regarded. And we also had, who was it? It was Garcia that was in that top 20, I think. So again, another player that was in the top 50 next gen players in our squad. So we've got 3 of those, which is great. It shows that we've got some options going forward in the future. But that's the lineup we'll go for. We've got Boniek and Tyne on the bench. They've hopefully will stick around for the next coming couple of games as well, if we can get there for the playoffs. But it's on TV. We are taking on Sunderland. It's a 4-3-3 as we've been playing all season, or since halfway through the season, where we started to really pick up a bit of form following it. And we're taking on a 4-4-2. So it'll be interesting. We've got the advantage of the midfield dominance. Charlton are already relegated, but Peterborough and Preston can still escape the drop if they get lucky. But let's jump straight into it and see how we can get on. I'm feeling positive. Like I say, I think it's definitely something that we can get into. We get a point and we're safe. That's pretty much it. We get a point and we're automatically in. I think. Am I right in saying that? Now I'm not sure. Now I've said that. Now I'm nervous. West Ham are already 2-0 up against Portsmouth. So they're battering them. We've got a corner though. 10 minutes in. Ramsey with the ball in. Magoma, I think went up for the header. Oh no, it was a mole. Hill into Aiden. Aiden going to look out wide maybe. Hill, there you go, to Ramsey, who's got a bit of time to get that ball in. Conway with the volley. Sarkic able to grab hold of that and not worry him too much. But we're on a good bit of form to start with. And we have slipped down one position, but that's absolutely fine. Still in the playoffs. So Mo up for the header, not quite making it. Magoma there. He's going to play it back across to Aiden, who's got a bit of time to play back into Magoma. Over the top, Lang through on goal. Can he get a ball across? Not quite. Laying it off to Hill, who strikes from the edge of the box. Bottom left-hand corner. 5th goal of the season and our first in today's game. That makes it 1-0 Eastleigh. They've travelled a long way to get here, so it'll be tough on them, but we had to go there earlier in the season, and I think it's great that we've managed to get the 1-goal lead at the start, early on in the game, and we can hopefully just grow into this. A great strike from Hill, driving it across the floor into the bottom left-hand corner. It's Sunderland's turn for a corner now. McDonald whipping it into the back post. It's a header by Billard, but it is easily caught by Okonkwo in the end. Their first real effort on goal, we've managed to deal with quite comfortably. I mean, they shouldn't have had the header in the first place. from a corner. It should always be able to defend a corner, but ends up being quite comfortable. But they will come forward again, almost straight away. Ramsey completely misses that header as it goes through to McDonald, who fires it into the near post. Okonkwo is never going to stop that, and Ramsey's misjudgment of that header has led to them going through on goal and scoring to make it 1-0. We were up to third position at that point, but that's not good, is it? Ramsey's had a mare there, completely misjudged the ball, the flight of the ball, and it's been smashed home. It does make us drop down to 5th, I believe, but again, I'm not too concerned. We're still looking pretty good. Reading and that isn't anywhere near us still only on 76 points. So we're still looking okay if we keep an eye on the other teams. So Carlo on the switch has received it. Conway driving down the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in or cut back and look for someone else to support? So Carlo supporting into Matteo. He plays it across the hill, whose shot's blocked. It falls to Lang, who this time rifles it in on his left foot, top right-hand corner. He took that down lovely, just to half volley it into the net. Brilliant stuff. The 16-year-old on absolute form. 2-1 to Eastleigh against Sunderland at home in the 30th minute. Lovely stuff. Conway lays it back to Sukalo into Matteo, who looks round the corner to Hill. The initial shot's blocked, but it falls to Lang, who touches it with his thigh, brings it down, and absolutely smashes it home. That puts us back in the lead, and it does rise us up the table once again. Only 2 points behind Cardiff, which it's a shame really that we're not going to be able to quite reach them to get that automatic promotion. But if we can get the win today, and it means we get in the playoffs, it gives us a good chance to kind of get a bit of momentum going into the playoffs, which could really, really help us. A switch of play by the Sunderland player is nowhere to be seen, and Okonkwo grabs that easily. Aiden into a Mole, just sitting back there, plays into Hill, looks forward to Garcia, who takes it down nicely, out wide to Lang. Got a bit of work to do, but looks like he's been able to get past the defender initially. Lays it back to Ramsey. First time cross. Garcia with the header just over the bar. Top left-hand side. Wasn't quite able to get over it enough to cause an actual issue for the keeper. But it's good for us. It's good play. If we can continue the kind of pressure on the Sunderland goal, I don't think we'll have too much to concern ourselves about in the end. Looking good. I'm very, very happy. Half time and we're good. Let's jump straight into the second half, I think. I don't think there's any point in hanging around. Let's get stuck into it. Conway's managed to latch onto the ball as we look to counter on Sunderland. Plays it to Lang, who looks for that switch over to Matteo, who's getting forward now on the left-hand side. Can he get a ball across the box? He plays it into Conway, who does fire it across the hill. It is blocked and bobbles up into Sarkic's hands. But again, a very good counter-attack for us going forward. Sunderland come forward now, playing in McDonald, who's one-on-one with the keeper. Fires it bottom right-hand corner again. He's been put through for the second time, and he's put it away. It's nicely done by McDonald, but we've got to be waking up to that. It's not a good performance, is it really? We cut it out well there, Hill, but he loses it straight away. Broznik is able to take his time, play it through to McDonald. It looks like Magoma is nowhere near him when he's put through, and that leads to them getting a leveller to make it 2-2. I think we need to get a goal, really. We need to be winning this game as we go into the playoffs. If we're going to make it, it looks like we probably should do. I mean, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get into the playoffs now. But with 25 minutes to go, anything can happen, and we could end up, even losing the game if we're not careful. Let's take a look then. What can we do here? We could bring Boniek on for Carlos Garcia. I think we will do that. The centre-halves aren't performing too great, though, at the back there for us. Magoma and Amol, they've both been with us for a long, long old time. Could this be the season that we go up? Obviously, it would be the first time we'd be in the playoffs, so I wouldn't be expecting necessarily us to go up first time round of asking. But it would be good, wouldn't it? It would be very, very cool. This is one of the better sides that we've had as of late, and we will be looking to probably let Boniek and Tyne go back to their clubs now and just let them leave. I think we want to try and develop the players that we've got in our academy, as our academy is looking absolutely fire. Our training facilities, our youth recruitment, our junior coaching and all that stuff are coming up. They're at least 4 stars now, 4.5 stars. There's a 5-star youth rating. It's brilliant. Boniek's through on goal though, and can he finish? He does. Tom Lang found him. Boniek off the bench scores in the 81st minute to give us that lead again. 3-2 now, looking very good. But yeah, next season I wanna use our academy. I want to start implementing them into the side and getting them playing with the first team, because it's definitely worth doing. I think we're starting to get those players come through that can really give us a bit of something. Tom Lang to come off though. Oscarzinho coming on there, and we'll pop Matteo off for Ardle in the midfield, just to again give us a bit more legs on the pitch for the final 5 minutes as we go into the last couple. There will be a little bit of added time, 4 minutes, but should be again pretty comfortable in the end. Wolves sneaking in to the playoffs, with Bournemouth dropping out. It looks like they have gone 1-0 down to Huddersfield in the 90th minute. I would be heartbroken if I was Bournemouth. But we have made it. We've made it into the playoffs. What a great result that is. 3-2. We're sitting in 4th, so we will be taking on Blackburn, which I think we've actually beaten previously. So I'm pretty excited about that. We've secured the playoffs. Great stuff. Let's take a look. So we are taking on Blackburn. Let's take a look at our schedule, though, and how we've got on. So we beat them 2-0 really recently. That was a very good win, very comfortable as well. Looking a bit further back in the season, we lost 4-1 away from home. It wasn't a great game for us to play. We didn't perform too great that day. So I'm hoping that we can have, with the bit of form we've had recently, beating Blackburn, beating Bournemouth in the last added time, and Sunderland. I think if we take that into the 2 games against Blackburn, home in the second leg as well, which is always what you'd like. You always want to be home second leg. I think we can do something here. So I'll see you in the next one, in the next episode, where we will be taking on Blackburn over the 2 legs. And I will catch you then. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for this content, and I will see you in the next one.